Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Monday. Happy Monday. This is a day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing and we're glad in it. A beautiful, cool, again, August morning. This is Gigi. You know what I'm going to ask you to do? Come on out here and get at least 1,000 steps in today. Oh my goodness. We got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. This is a beautiful morning in the 757. Now, I know this is probably not a happy Monday because we've got some more children getting ready to go back to school. Last week, Norfolk went back to school. This week is Portsmouth, Virginia Beach, and Suffolk. You know, my grandson is happy because they don't go back until next week after Labor Day, Chesapeake. And I know the teachers in Chesapeake, they are headed back today for their work day, or work week. And I'm thinking about y'all. I'm thinking about y'all because I retired about 8 years ago, and I still wake up the same time like I was going to school. But we are praying and we are wishing all of our students and teachers the best school year. Well, I hope you all had a great weekend, Um, Pastor and I, we had a busy weekend, and especially a busy Sunday yesterday, but a blessed one. And I hope you did the same. You know, speaking of back to school, um, yesterday we had our back to school Sunday, and yours truly brought the message. Um, and before I get into that, I got to share with you my gem nugget for today because it is truly inspired by the events that happened yesterday. And my gem nugget today is being in the right place at the right time. Being, and the reason I'm putting emphasis on being, I'm spelling being like the insect, the bee. Being, being in the right place at the right time. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Yesterday, I shared a message, and the title was, as we're um, talking about our children, encouraging our children, I was like a cheerleader, and my message was being relentless, consistent, and grateful. Being relentless, consistent, and grateful. Um, I also learned a lot about bees as I was preparing for the message. And I ain't going to tell you a whole lot about that message because it's going to premiere next Sunday at 10 a.m. But there was one part that I mentioned because it was talking about the importance of being relentless, the importance of being consistent. And one of the things that I said in my message is that um, I am consistent about walking 1K with Gigi, coming on Monday through Friday. It's important to me that I do this on a consistent basis, that I'm relentless about it, that I don't give up. Whether it's cold outside, I'm going to wrap up real good. If it's hot, I may have to shed some clothes because, you know, I know it. And the verse that I used yesterday was 1 Corinthians 5:58. Be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, because if you are steadfast and movable, your labor will not be in vain. And I talked about the part that because I walk out here, I know my labor is not in vain. I mentioned the fact that even if one person is watching me and they are inspired, my labor is not in vain. If at least one person is watching me and they're walking and their health becomes better, which has happened, people have stopped me in the store and said, "You're the one that walks." And I've been walking like you've been walking, and I've been going to the doctor, and they tell me that my health is better. And they ask me why, and they say, "Because I'm walking." And I think about you, that lady that I see walking. My labor has not been in vain. Even if there's a person that's watching and maybe they're at the end of their rope, and they've lost hope, and they even think about taking their own lives. If one person was saved, oh my God, if they were saved from sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, and love that I'm bringing lifted them up, my labor has not been in vain. Well, I mentioned that yesterday as I was talking that. Little did I know that something similar would happen that very day on yesterday. Well, give you a little background. Um, Pastor and I are getting ready to marry a couple tomorrow, Tuesday. And my husband has been counseling this young couple. They've had several sessions. And yesterday was supposed to have been their last session after the morning service. And usually on the last session, when my husband counsels, he likes for me to come in on the last session. And so we were going to do this last session after church yesterday, but the young lady had to work yesterday, and so she contacted my husband and said, texted him and said, I can't come this morning, but we'll be there at 2:30 in the afternoon. And so, so we would have to go back to church and meet the couple at 2:30. Well, we get to the church at 2:30, and the couple comes, and so we're getting ready to sit down and counsel. Keep in mind, I'm talking about being in the right place at the right time. Well, my husband gets ready to do what he's going to do, and he can't find his glasses in the church. He said, "I thought I brought my glasses in here. I can't find my glasses." So he's searching for his glasses. So I said, "Let me look out in the car and see if he left them in the car." And so I went out to the car, and I searched and didn't see the glasses. But little did I know was someone watching outside, because we're at the corner where there's a traffic light, right? And so people stop, and I guess, So I come back in and I tell my husband, I said, "I can't find your glasses." And then he found them. It was mixed up in some things that he had. And so we start, and then someone knocks on our door, and they come in. And we thought it was someone that was with this couple. But this young lady was crying. She was truly distraught. So since my husband was doing the counseling, I stepped outside, and she was crying incontrollably. She said, "I had to stop here because I'm going through some things." And she's just crying. The tears would not stop. And I'm trying to comfort her, and I told her to come inside. And when she came inside, one of her relatives called on the phone and wanted to know where she was. The relative knew that she was distraught. I said, "Yes, she is here." And they didn't know where we were. I told her where we were located. And in the meantime, the relative said, keep her there until I get there. And so we talked, and in the meantime, the young lady said, I need to go to the altar. I need to go to the altar. And being a retired counselor and all, I was just the right person because she had lost all hope. She said, I want to end it all. And I ain't going to any more details on that. But I prayed and I comforted her. And then her relatives came. And 3 relatives. That was a blessing that she had a support system because they were very concerned. And she had lost all hope. And I prayed for her. And Pastor also had words of comfort for her as well. But we were down there at that altar as she got it out. She got it out. And then her relatives arrived. And we were talking about, we just happened to be there. This was not a usual thing. And I said, we weren't supposed to be here. And one of the relatives said, yes, you were. You were at the right place at the right time. And we expect a praise report from that young lady. We invited her to come back to our church and visit us because we're expecting that praise report. And her family members that came and supported her. You never know. That's why it says all things work together for good. Not that all things are good, but all things work together for good. And when you're a child of God, He'll have you in the right place at the right time. It was funny. This morning, my husband and I were still talking about it, and we're still praying for that young lady. We're still praying for that young lady. And my husband said, it's something about you. People are just drawn to you to just, open up to you. I said, I don't know it. That's how I got into counseling, because I was trying to decide what I was going to major in, and people would just be drawn to me, and they would just share their most intimate thoughts. And I always keep those things confidential. But I thank God for that. And I thank God that we were both in the right place at the right time. One of our friends have said that we're on the corner of hope, hope and possibility. Yes, we were a beacon of hope on that corner yesterday evening. And even the couple, the young lady and they were being counseled, she even came out when finished and gave this young lady a hug, because the lady that was being counseled said, I just saw this lady in a store and she looked like she was upset, and little did she know that she was going to end up at the gym seeking hope. That's all about. So many people that are just broken. And we as children of God, we need to be in the right place. Be in the right place at the right time. That was just wow. I still can't get over it, but we were in the right place at the right time on the corner of hope and possibility. Oh my God. Still thinking about, still praying for that young lady. But our day wasn't over. After that, oh my God, we went to see a powerful movie. And I suggest that you go see The Forge. Oh my God. It was an awesome, superb movie. Oh my goodness. It really stressed the importance of discipleship, mentorship, and of course, the power of prayer. The emphasis was on a young black man, a boy becoming a man. So many things that happened in his life, but I don't want to give too much away, but this is a movie that I say everyone should see. And even had the theme of unity, as all these men, black and white, came together in unity. Oh my good! You got to go see The Forge. If you saw War Room, it's similar to War Room. Some of the same characters. Sister Clara's in there. Priscilla Shire's in there, the daughter of Tony Evans, who was in War Room. It's just a powerful movie. And the young actor that played Isaiah, he is a new actor, new young actor, but it was just a powerful, powerful movie yesterday. Um, we took our grandson, and our grandson even, oh my gosh, it inspired him. He could tell us some lessons that he got from that. And I suggest especially take a young person. Take a young person. If you're talking about being a mentor or being a disciple, leading somebody, I would suggest if you go to this movie, take a young person, especially a teenager and up, to see The Forge. You know, I sponsored several mentorship programs um, during my school days. So it was just a powerful movie in so many ways, and especially the power of prayer. You can't underestimate the power of prayer. Oh my goodness! I know I've gone a long time this morning, but it was worth it. But it's something about being 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 in the right place at the right time. For we know that all things work together for good for those who love the Lord, to those who are the called according to his purpose. Be in the right place at the right time. You might be able to help somebody. Be blessed.